All right, I knew yesterday was one of the hottest days that we've had. Because it felt like it, but also we complain a lot. But I knew that it really was one of the hottest ones.
If you've been outside over the last couple of months, you compare yesterday to it, and you're like, wow. Yeah. It was brutal. It was
I ran out to the mailbox with no shoes on, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? That was not a good look.
And full sun, so it was just sweltering yesterday. Today, the heat index isn't quite as high. You may be able to tell a difference. It may feel slightly better, but overall, it's still dangerously hot.
It'll zap you.
It really will. And over the next 9 days, we're still dealing with the dangerous heat. Yesterday was kind of an exception, one of the hottest for sure. We have a few more days on your 9-day where we get back up into these types of conditions. Check out central Oklahoma, 107 at Will Rogers to 111 in Guthrie, 113 in Kingfisher. That's brutal. 112 in Enid. So when it gets that hot, your body's natural cooling mechanism just does not work efficiently, and heat exhaustion and heat stroke can set in quickly. Cherokee, 114 degrees up in the northwest. As far as the rain goes, the reason why the air temperature hasn't been as hot and the heat index has is because of all the rain that we've had. And in the low levels of the atmosphere, we just have a lot of moisture. As far as rain goes, what I put on the map are the totals, radar estimates for the past 7 days. So in the past week, though, we have really dried it out across Oklahoma. We, of course, had a few storms last week up into northern Oklahoma, a little bit more widespread. We even had storms last night, but the bulk of the water has fallen in states to our north. Last night, there were more storms in Kansas, and again today, we'll have more storms develop up in Kansas, more back to the west, back into our Oklahoma and Texas panhandles. That's what the storms looked like last night. They were severe at times, but really stayed up to the north. Had a few storms make their way down into northwestern Oklahoma, near Freedom, near Quinlan, and Woodward and Fort Supply Lake. A few strikes of lightning. They were noisy, and then they fizzled out early this morning. So as far as rainfall goes, the bulk of the rain fell in the afternoon and evening in our far northwest counties. The overnight stuff just wasn't widespread. Now this morning, Next In Live fired up, and we got a few thunderstorms out west. They're very isolated in nature. In fact, there are 3 of them. One near Moorwood and Hammond, another near Dempsey, and they're raining themselves out. They have quite a bit of lightning with them. So if you're in these areas, you're hearing that thunder. They're not severe, but sometimes when these storms collapse, they can put out some winds, 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour. Bone dry in the Oklahoma City metro. So as you're heading out on your Tuesday, roads are dry. 73 degrees is the current temperature. It is warm. It is muggy still. We've got mid-upper 70s for most locations. South winds are 5 to 15. They'll pick up again today mid-morning, and the dew point values will be a little less than what we had yesterday, which means the heat index is not quite as high, but these values are still humid enough. You're going to feel the humidity. I mean, it's going to feel like July in Oklahoma for sure after a wet spring. 92 by 1 o'clock. 96 by 4 with a heat index of around 100. We'll still make it into the triple digits in our western counties. And again, that south breeze will be with us, but in the summertime, it kind of just feels like a blow dryer hitting you in the face. And that'll be the case today and again tomorrow morning. As far as rain chances go, chances out in the panhandles might have a few very isolated storms make their way into the west. Most locations dry. It's not really until tomorrow that we get this area of low pressure. It's riding from the south to the north around the big heat dome, which the heat dome is locked in off to our east. That allows for storm chances west of I-35 for tomorrow night into Thursday. May have a little storms around, a few storms around early Friday morning to the north. That moves by. Then the heat dome tries to lock in over Oklahoma for your weekend and the start of next week. For a few days, we crank the heat back up into more of those extreme levels, but that breaks down towards the final few days of July and the 1st of August, which means our temps come down a few notches, and we also have a chance for more rain moving in. As far as future view goes and looking for the chance for rain, it's into tonight and tomorrow out west, and then tomorrow into the afternoon and evening in our western counties. Those make their way in, and there's a slight chance that makes it into Oklahoma as we head into your tomorrow night and maybe early Thursday. We're still calling it a 20% chance, 10% chance Thursday. It's high as we can do right now. Unfortunately, still the heat building into your Saturday and into next week. We'll watch for possibly a weak cold front by Wednesday of next week, and we hope to see you Saturday. The whole weather team will be out at Bob Mills from 10 to noon. Back to you guys.